Hello everyone. Today's topic land use planning. Right. So first of all, what is land use? The land in two categories. First, productive, and second is unproductive land. So first of all, what is productive land and what is unproductive land? Productive land means land that has a produce a crop within a previous 5 years, right? It's called productive land. And what is unproductive land? Unproductive land means it is not able to produce a large amount of goods, crops, etc. It is called unproductive land. Unproductive land. In ancient cities, people were themselves regulate as to where they might live. In this way, people for better living with a healthy environment use land for the various uses. As there was development of civilization, there was a there was also department of cities. There was growth of population, which had projected the use of land for agricultural, market, residential, and etc. For fulfillment of his needs. Here, there are two types of land use. One devoted to urban activities is called urban land use, and while non-urban activities is called non-urban or rural land use. So, what is urban land use? Urban means area can refer to a town, cities, and etc. And rural means village area. Okay, the land use pattern of an area controlled by physical as well as cultural factor. Land use simply means the utilization of land devoted to human activities. This concept is a dynamic phenomenon as the use of vacant land may be converted to residential or commercial zone. Next is various types of land use, right? So first land is residential. So residential for residential purpose, living purpose like house, flat, bungalows, hostel, right? Lodge. And commercial purpose it includes shops, shopping center, market, shopping mall, and etc. For industrial purpose it includes factories, mills, workshops, etc. Public In public, government office, school, college, libraries, hospital, museum, assembly hall, historical places. Then next is open space, park, playground, stadium, and etc. For transportation, it includes street, road, railway station, airport, seaports, waterways, canal, and etc. And agricultural, cultivated land, farm, nurseries, orchards, etc. In vacant means barren land, and other use means refuse disposal area, graveyards, commentaries, etc. Right? Here the land use is defined in defined in different parts: residential, commercial, industrial, public, open space, transportation, agricultural, vacant, and other uses. The next topic is land use consideration. The land use consideration is divided into number of parts. The first part is area allocation. Second is central business district, means CBD. Third one is location of various zones. Fourth is nature and pattern of development. Fourth is availability of natural resources. Next is topography of the area. Next, land prices. Next, public services, and last, existing land use. So we are discuss about in detail. The first one is area allocation. So what is area allocation? The first object and principles for residential, commercial, recreational, education, and industrial use are considered, and then area for various zone are allocated. In this area allocation means area are allotted into the number of zones, right? The second is central business district, means CBD. In this topic, the considering the nature and pattern of development of the existing town and the location of central business is decided. In town planning, we discuss about the central zone, right? CBD. Location of various zones. The location of various zones like residential, commercial, industrial, public, education, open space should be considered while preparing a land use plan. In this topic, we already prepare a master plan, right? Commercial zone should be located in the central part of the town, and industrial zone should be located away from the residential zone The next is nature and pattern of development. Considering the demography and population growth of existing town, the area for various zones are decided. Availability of natural resources. The availability and location of natural resources like river, sea, hill, agricultural and wasteland should be while preparing a land use plan. Topography of the area. Topography of town like hill, valley, slope, level, etc. before preparing a land use plan. Land prices. Land use plan will affect on public and private decision for investment. Land price are determined from a land use plan. Land use plan is prepared considering the future pattern of development and the future growth. Public services. Land use plan for the town is prepared, which include all amenities and facilities. And the last one is existing land use. In this, after identifying existing land use, the factor which affect the land's suitability for future development are considered, and also standard for new development are proposed, and new land use plan is prepared. Okay. The next is land use planning. How we can plan land use? It is a planning of a town according to use of land. It is actually a result of society's interest about the approach pattern of land use in future. Land use plan is a process of evaluating land and alternate pattern of land use and other physical, social and economics condition for the purpose of selecting and adopting those kind of land use and course of action best suited to achieve a specified objective. According to Department of Land Resources, Ministry of Rural Development, Government of India, land use planning is an exercise that designates the use of land required for rural, urban, and industrial development and environmental protection. So, as to improve a community's physical, economical, and social performance, efficiency, and well-being. The next topic is importance of land use planning. Why it is important? So it is important for land promote the advantage of development of the community to reach physical, economical and social community goal. Through this plan, all can refer for guidance in determining their investment in the town. The next is to form the base of the precise plan for zoning, which establish the allocation of neighborhood units to restrict the misuse of land and regulate the non-use of land. The next is to prevent abuse of land, the prevent formation of slum, squatters, to plan in detail the relation of the town to the region and its iteration with its satellite communities to encourage the upgradation and preservation of the existing town, to guide the public utility corporation and community for the design of utilities like water supply system, sewage, gas, electric distribution, street lighting and fire protection, to guide the reuse of the land conservation, right? And to set the standard for guidance to all who engage in urban development. The next topic is zoning. It represents allocation of land for specific purpose and control of use, height and construction of building. Right? Allocation of land for specific purpose like residential zone for residential purpose. Commercial zone for commercial purpose, industrial zone for industrial purpose, right? It is the creation by law of the zone like residential, commercial, industrial, institutional in which the regulation prevent misuse of land and building and control their height and population densities differing in different zones. Purpose of securing convenience, health, safety and general welfare of the community. Importance of zoning. Zoning is an important adjacent of any town planning. Zoning sets apart a different area in the town for specific purpose. It prevents encroachment of one zone upon another zone. For instance, the residential area is located away from the residential area, so it is not affected by dangerous gas, smoke, etc. like pollution. Business or commercial area are also separately located with their garage and service station at a distance from a residential area. So it is very near to the residential area. So time, we can save the time. The population is distributed throughout the zone town by zoning regulation so that there is a no concentration of population in any one particular zone. The next is principles of zoning. There are five principles for zoning. First is arrangement of zone, second is boundaries, third is existing town, fourth is flexibility, and fifth is new town. So we discuss in detail. The first is arrangement of zone. The zone may follow the usual pattern of concentric band like central area, subcentral area, intermediate area, and undeveloped area. The other of zone may be provision of blocks or unit for various use in different parts of the term, right? The third is boundary, marking of boundary. The boundary of different zones should be carefully made. An important road, railway line, drainage, park, open space are used for marking boundaries of the zone, so we can separate the zone. Flexibility, the principles of zoning should be rigidly enforced, but at the same time, some flexibility should be observed in working out the detail for zoning. For example, small shopping center may be allowed in residential area for day-to-day or immediate requirement. In the same way, the place of work should be near the residential area, but it must not too nearer to be disliked by inhabitant. Right. The next is existing town. In this case, usually the town is divided into zones by considering the predominant use in a particular area. New town. For a new town of known population, the area required for residents, industries, business are work out, and then the town is divided into different zones. The next is object of zoning. The first is the town planner for designing the future growth and development, adequacy of drainage and storm, public street, pedestrian walkway, density of population, and many other factors. Zoning help city planner bring about orderly growth and changes. The proper coordination of various public utility services like water supply, electricity, drainage, transport. It also control the population density and help create attractive, healthful residential area. Zoning help assure a property owners and resident that the characteristics of nearby area will remain stable. The last is advantage of zoning. The first, there are six advantages: danger from fire, future development, general amenities, health of community, population distribution, public utility services. The zoning reduce the chances of fire and damage due to fire are reduced to the minimum level. It also control the future growth of town, right? Public amenities, garden, park, playground, cinemas. Zoning prevent the undesirable industries on the residential areas, and which result into healthy environment and healthy people as a whole is improved. Zoning regulate the density population. Zoning result into economic use of public utility service and promote overall welfare of the people. This is the end of today's lecture. Thank you. I hope you all are getting each and every points of today's lecture. So we will continue our chapter in the next lecture. Thank you for the watching.